Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video! So, we had a big time surprise in the data download last night. I was just anticipating just the awakening for the Piccolo unit and the LR Goku and Piccolo, but the bastards just decided, oh, we're just gonna sneak in LR Gohan'S EZA. It's like, what the hell? It's very odd. The other thing that's a little bit weird about this too, like, I wonder if they just are like, I don't know, like, I'd have a mini vacation or something at Akatsuki. Because Gohan doesn't drop for another 5 days, right? Like, they haven't revealed his info on the Twitter or anything like that. Like, typically with, like, you know, LR or something like that, like, they don't just, like, we don't usually find out, like, oh, they're EZAing from the data download, right? Like, that's, like, very uncommon. So, like, you know, I know that, Legends, I remember that in their data download for Golden Week, they had put in Super Saiyan 4 Goku's Zenkai in a week early, presumably because, you know, they're going to have a vacation at the office or something like that. I wonder if, like, a similar thing is going on. That's why Gohan was put in so early, and he hasn't even been revealed or anything. Like, they really should have just tweeted him out alongside Goku and Piccolo. I mean, they should be aware by now that when they put things in the data, people can see it. So, you know, it's not exactly a stunning surprise that, like, we, you know about this guy. Now, Gohan is ridiculous. He doesn't really get basically almost anything in terms of attack, right? This stays the same. This is the same, right? It's just, he just gets defense all over the place, and he gets SA-25. The SA-25, I feel like, doesn't do, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like that much of a buff for these LRs compared to, like, you know, what, like, an SA-15 does. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Someone could let me know. But, like, Gohan already has a Great Link set. This is probably, like, the best LR key ability, or one of them. Like, UI Goku's key from dodging has always been good. I think getting key on being hit is good. And then, obviously, this is just crazy, right? Extra key per orb is just a very strong ability. Personally, I think this Gohan, you know, until I, you know, get my hands on him myself and I'm able to take him into a lot of events and stuff like that, it's hard to say exactly where I rank him. I think he's safely in the top 10, but, like, you know, comparatively to, like, some other units, like, you know, STR Broly, I think is probably better. Goku and Frieza, I don't know. I think I probably like Gohan better than Goku and Frieza, because it's like, Goku and Frieza can be so impressive in the right situation, but they also can look unimpressive as well. I don't know. Maybe I need to do some more videos on them. Alright, so I did a tweet, community reaction. There's 520 replies, so I'm going to try and move pretty fast here. Great to make him an orb changer because he needs orbs to nuke, so his damage isn't always reliable. Yeah, I mean, dude, if he had been a rainbow orb changer as well, like, I mean, we're talking about him being, like, the second best unit in the game, probably. If this Gohan was a rainbow orb changer, probably something like that. Okay. Alright, a spreadsheet of where he ranks in defense and APT. Alright, let me take a look here. So, unsupported APT, he's 29th, behind Beerus and Whis, okay. Supported, he's 30th. And for defense, he's at 16. Oh, for both unsupported and supported. Okay. I guess in terms of damage, that is pretty low, but again, they didn't, like, this is basically what his damage is from freaking 2017 when he came out, right? They basically didn't really give him much of a damage buff, so. He's good, but wouldn't it be better if he overpowered so we could use him for years instead of, again, for keeping him off the team a year for now? Now, I don't think Gohan's gonna age out in a year, but for sure, I guess I can, like, sort of see the argument, right? That it's like, he, like, okay, so, like, right now, he's better than, like, most of the summonable LRs in the game, but it's like, is Majin Vegeta, Trunks, and Goku Black and Zamasu all gonna be better than this Gohan after they EZA? Probably so. It's looking like Gohan might actually end up being the worst of these 5 OG summonable LR EZAs. Because, like, I just did a level 10 link video on Goku Black and Zamasu yesterday, and it's like they're just hitting like 5 and 6 million consistently the way they are right now, right? So it's like I don't know, like it's hard to say, because I guess you could look at this like the EZA buffs that they gave to Broly are just like way more than this guy, but I feel like this guy was a lot better than Broly, like sort of like base. So it is hard to say what they're gonna do moving forward. Comparing a kitten to a lion, I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, Gohan is not as good as Broly. Yeah, Goku Black and Zamasu are probably gonna be crazy, boring and unimaginative. I mean, sure, but like, I feel like a lot of these EZAs are like that, right? Like, what EZA was not boring and unimaginative? Like, you know, like Gotenks, they didn't really do anything super new for him. They gave him the dodge. You know, Cooler, they didn't do anything like crazy new. The Super Saiyan 4s, they didn't. Like, I'm just thinking, like, what EZA... I mean, I guess, like, Broly, sure, they gave him, like, the super effective against all types against Goku family, key against pure and hybrid Saiyans. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like pretty much every EZA, like, you could just say he's mega boring. I feel like that works for a lot of units. They definitely did hold back. I do think this is just a bit scary. You want to know what they maybe could have done? I think maybe they could have bumped this from greatly raised to 1 turn to massively raised attack for 1 turn. That could have been like the one way they could have improved his damage without going too crazy with it. I think alternatively, one other thing they could have done to maybe make him slightly better would be maybe make this a stack. He stacks defense on 18 key. That could be good as well. He needed just a lot more than just defense to be top tier. Damage is mid by today's standards. That's not true. And his defense isn't even all that either, just under 200k without support. I mean, sure, you know, like, UI Goku is going to be better defensively. Evolution Blue Vegeta probably going to be better defensively and stuff like that. Broly and Goku and Frieza have higher defense, sure, but I mean, Goku and Frieza they do have to get their 18 key super attack, right? Like, that is, like, a necessity for them. Gohan doesn't have that. He just needs to get a super attack, which is going to be a joke with this. So it's going to be a little bit easier to, like, here's the thing. Gohan is incredibly versatile, great link set. You can just throw him on a team. Goku and Frieza, you can't just throw on a team, right? Like that. I think that's like, that's my issue with them. I can never quite explain it. I've never liked Goku and after like the first honeymoon period when they first came out. I've never liked that Goku and Frieza as much as other people have. And I think that might be why, right? Because again, in 2 years, you can toss this Gohan on like at the Goku family, youth, a lot of these teams as like the 7th unit or the 6th unit on your team, and he's going to be fine, right? Like he'll be solid defensively, he'll be doing okay damage, just as like a floating unit you're not mainly putting on rotation and stuff like that. And it's like, here's the thing about his damage. A lot of people are not having units rainbowed link level 10, right? And they're comparing the damage that Gohan is doing to like brand new Dokkan Fest exclusives that are rainbowed. How many people actually have these new Dokkan Fest exclusives rainbowed? Me, Goresh, Calc, like a couple of Japanese whales. Like it's not like you don't want to compare Gohan so much to like, I don't know, Trunks and Goten right now. I guess you could. I don't know. I do think Gohan is better than Trunks and Goten though, easily. He's good, aren't any real downsides yet. The only downside you could say is that he's just like, they didn't like, so like Broly, it seems as though they put him like above many of the LRs, whereas like Gohan, I feel more so like fits in with the other LRs, right? Like, you know, it's like, you know, Gohan is like good on the same level of good as like Buhan or something like that, or like STR Vegito, whereas like Broly is like arguably like above those characters, right? Should have saved it for yeah, that's what's weird is they just toss this guy's ass out there, right? Like out of nowhere. Like this is one of those things where it's like, you know, if we got celebration info and this was in there, like, that's, like, my video title in all caps is LR Gohan EZA, right? And it's like, they just kind of just, like, tossed him out. Very strange. EZA would be fine in a pre-Broly world. Yeah, so it looks like most people agree that Broly is better. This Gohan after EZA isn't even top 20. You're on crack. No. No. The free-to-play Frieza EZA is better than this guy. Free-to-play Frieza EZA. Oh, you're talking about... Okay, this... Okay. In my head, I was thinking you were talking about this guy. I was like, there's no way. No. I mean, again, this is just wrong. This guy is not better than LR Gohan. This guy's really good. He's not... Yeah, see, this is why I wanted to make this video. Because, like, Gohan's damage doesn't go to, like, 10 million every single turn. And people are like, oh my god, he sucks. It's like, dude, don't underrate this. And the fact that he has Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Like, you're going to have 6 out of 7 links active for this guy, like, all the time on, like, all of these teams. You can't discredit how easy it is to just throw him anywhere, and he is going to be good. Like, you can't, even this Frieza, you can't just throw him anywhere, and he's good. Like, you do want to make sure you've got, like, a big bad bosses, Source for Conquest, Metamorphosis unit next to him, right? And then, you know, you got him in slot 1 or 3, and boom, you're good to go, right? Like, this Frieza is definitely ultra good. No way I'm saying this Frieza is better. That's just not true. Come on. Come on, we're capping. You're capping for the timeline, Majin Tribal. Come on. Hercule event will be a lot easier. Well, I mean, his damage hasn't increased that much, has it? Right? Like, all they did was just gave him a ton of defense. That's not really going to help so much for the Hercule event. Don't like him? Okay. Best in the game by far, this is true. Yep. Just a generic unit now. I don't know if I'd say he's a generic unit when he fits everywhere. It's about the same as the new GT Goku. Okay, except for his links and defense are much better than GT Goku. I mean, because GT Goku, people think of him, like, on the GT team, full GT rotation, right? Where, you know, he could be starting out with, like, 200k defense, but that's not, like, that's only on the GT Hero team. 4 to 5 million, Link level 10, Rainbow, really bad for an LR. I have LRs hitting numbers like that, and even some TURs. Okay. Support ability or super effective against all types of the Goku on the same turn. Yeah, because we have something like that for the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? When he has a Super Saiyan Goku on the same turn, he gets a lot stronger. They certainly could have done something like that, right? I mean, they easily could have given him, again, super effective against all types with a Super Saiyan Goku on rotation or something like that to sort of, you know, emulate this portion of it. But again, they were just going for balance with this guy. Toss him in any situation and he's going to be good. That's where he is right now. Should have been made better than Broly. In order to make this guy better than Broly, I think in order to make him better than Broly, for starters, this could have been 58% attack and defense, and then this as a stack, and that probably makes him better than Broly. I think. Maybe also, again, make that massive right there. But I mean, this is a 50% attack buff. Massive is 100%. But I feel like that could be a good way to do it. I don't know. I don't really have like a horse. Like, I don't really care who's better, Gohan or Broly. But it does change a lot of teams, right? The fact that he's a nuker makes him a bit unreliable. Sure, but this doesn't make him unreliable, right? the thing is it's going to be very uncommon for him to even miss out on his 12 key super attack, which is going to get him this and this, which means he's going to be 200k defense plus. Good for the game in general, definitely, because, I mean, look at the amount of teams he's on, right? Like, he's really good on... This is really good for full power, right? Like, with the new LR Goku and Piccolo, this Gohan will work so well on full power. We need a new leader for this team, and this team is in, I think, going to be a pretty good position, right? Because, you know, Goku and Frieza, Jiren, you know, this EZA Broly, Evolution Blue Vegeta, these two... Right, you have so much power that's recently been added to the full power team. I think it's going to be pretty good with like an actual like new leader. That's what's the problem with category teams nowadays is like if a leader is not recent, the team just feels dead because like pure Saiyans, full power, you know, movie heroes to an extent, like leaders from like 2018 and shit like that, it just doesn't cut it anymore, right? Wish he had more damage to match the... Okay, yeah, because if they... Dude, his damage when he first came out, to match that, he'd need to be hitting, like, I don't know, like, just, like, casual, like, 6 orbs, like, 10 plus million attack stat, right? Like, that would be matching what Gohan was when he first came out. Want him to be number 2 or 3, but overall his defense is godly. Damage kind of disappointing. I guess. I mean, because like when I was using him, right, it's like, seems like around like 5 million pretty much every turn consistently. It's like the numbers I was getting, 5 and 4 million and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, some of these units like Trunks and Goten and stuff, like they have like a huge range. Like they could be going up and down based upon their damage. Gohan, I don't know that Gohan really is going to be doing that. You're pretty much going to see him, I think, like, in that general range. It could go way up, but it's not really going to be going, like, much lower than, like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be rare to see him under 4 million if he's Link level 10 Rainbowed, right? Underwhelming compared to the other 2 summonable LR EZAs. Could have made him much better, but for some reason decided to balance him when units like LR, yeah, UI Goku. Yeah, because guess what? UI Goku, best unit in the game, very still. At this point, yep. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? Gohan on JP was the very first summonable LR released. So, many JP players are already going to have this guy Rainbowed, Link level 10, potentially have him with equips and stuff like that. So, I mean, Gohan, it's not going to be crazy, for, like, people to just be running this guy, like, maxed out, right? Like, that... I guess maybe that's what their concern is, but then again, at the same time, for Broly, they didn't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, whatever, he's just God now. Start of turn defense, true, but, I mean, this is just what they do. Like, so many units nowadays, it's just they're getting so much defense on super attack, right? It's very rare that we're getting units like AGL UI Goku, who you toss him in slot 1, and he's just good defensively, right? Like, it's very, very rare. We should got defense on orbs. Oh. So, like, keep him exactly the same, but then maybe, like, 18% attack and then 10% defense for every key sphere obtained or something like that. That could be good. Yeah, that would be a nice little buff on top of it. I think that could work out very well. Also wish this was on Global. Yeah, I mean, who knows when Global is going to get this, right? This might be like October? November, I guess, maybe? I mean, we'll see. Hard to say for sure. Oh, attack stat was already crazy. Only lacked defense, which he now has. Yeah, he doesn't have any key problems. He's got a great link set as well. All the LR EZAs are amazing, I agree. Game what I needed. Akatsuki does want balance, yeah, but I mean, there definitely is a good argument of, like, it's just, like, sometimes they're like, alright, we gotta balance, right? Like, alright, Gohan, we have to balance him, but then they're just like, alright, here's AGL UI Goku, who's just, like, perfect in every way. right? Because again, a thing a lot of people like either don't realize or forget about with AGL UI Goku, typically for me, when AGL UI Goku does not dodge, he takes double-digit damage. Right? He's not even like he's not even good because of his dodge. He doesn't dodge and then he takes double digits. So, like things like that are important to keep in mind. Tech Ultimate going as a floater, this guy, and yeah, okay, so that is going to be a disgusting combo. Like, I feel like this will take you through every single event in the game that you can run these two together with, right? This Trunks right here in slot 1, then Gohan in slot 2. Because remember, this Trunks is stacking defense with this LR Gohan on rotation. Then you have LR Gohan in slot 2. That's going to be like an untouchable rotation, right? Like if I'm running difficult content with the Hybrid Saiyan team, with Bond, a Master, and a Disciple, I'm running these two together. I guess they don't have a ton of teams together besides Bond, a Master, and a Disciple and Hybrid Saiyans, but that's just where it's going to be really good, right? They did definitely hold back a bit. But again, still, I love this. Great nuker, great tank, self-sustainable, excellent link set. Question mark, question. Yeah, like that's it. Like, the only thing you could say is maybe he'll age faster compared to, like, LR Broly or something. But even then, I don't know. Because it's just like, with the link set, the key mechanic, the way his defense works, like, people are going to find out that the thing about this Gohan is you just toss him out and he's good. That's it. He fulfills the exact same role as the tech one. I guess that is true. He is pretty much the same as the tech one, just a little bit better. Because the tech one does also get defense on attack. I feel like, is this guy going to be getting more damage more often than the Tech Gohan? I don't know. Probably not. Because the thing about the Tech Gohan is that active skill and stuff of him, you don't ever see that. Definitely not top 10 when TURs easily outperform him. I disagree. Again, many of these TURs, people only think of their best situation. Like Trunks and Goten, I almost would argue Trunks and Goten are a little overrated from what I'm seeing people like rate them. It's like without their active skill and without a Trunks and Goten around, they aren't like just like God, right? Like the Trunks and Goten unit can struggle for ki depending upon what happens with rotations and shit like that. Not gonna happen for Gohan. Yeah, they didn't buff his damage per ki sphere, that's true. They did not treat this man like they did with Broly. I agree. He's getting slandered. I do agree, because, again, people are saying he's not even a top 10 unit, which is insanity to me. People are just mad they didn't touch his attack, yeah. Again, it seems like a lot of it's the APT crowd. A lot of, like, the numbers! He's, like, only top 30 at APT! Sucks! Held back more than necessary. Not like he was comparable to Goku and Frieza's damage pre-EZA, sure, but they don't always do that damage, right? If units are immune to stuff like that, they're not doing 70 million billion damage. I mean, yeah, listen. It seems as though everyone agrees Broly is better. I mean, the thing about Broly, too, is Broly is, like, the only unit who is actually, like, either the best in, like, every single event he can participate in. Like, he's, like, one of the top 3 best characters in, like, every single event in the game, right? Like, World Tournament, Super Battle Road, like, Legendary Goku event, Battlefield. Like, LR Broly is actually just, like, God everywhere, right? His ki mechanic is good. Getting ki against pure and hybrid Saiyans is very common, right? Like, he's super effective against all types, guaranteed to hit against Goku family. I mean, yeah, Broly is better. I got no problem agreeing with that. Move on from the slot 2 trend. Yeah, I mean, seemingly every unit they drop is becoming one of these, like, slot 2 type units. Let me just quickly pull up something. I want to take a look at this. Hold on. let me see this right here. If we go to 6th anniversary, let's see. Okay, so UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta, you can run them in slot 1. You can with Roshi as well. They're slot 2. This guy's sort of slot 2, sort of. They're slot 2 for sure. This Broly is like a slot 1 guy. This Broly is a slot 2. Videl's slot 1. I'm just looking at the major, like, easy and stuff like that. Tapion could be run in slot 1. LR Tapion is slot 2. Goku, it's, I mean, full GT, you could do slot 1. But he does get that 30% defense on super attack. It's like, with a full GT team, you could get away with slot 1. But if it's not full GT, he's got to be slot 2. Vegeta is slot 2. The Super Saiyan 4s, it's like, after they get their first super attack, they could be slot 1. But it's like, they just got to do like one super attack, and then you could rock them in slot 1. Super 17 is a slot 1. Gohan is slot 1 as well. So, I don't know. Cooler is basically a slot 1. They sort of, well, yeah, I mean, he gets a lot better as he's attacking, but again, basically saying he's slot 1. Then the new LR Goku and Piccolo, as well as LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, they're both slot 2. I don't know, seems like this year they are sort of going back and forth, right? Because again, like, Super 17 is a slot 1 guy, so is INT Broly, you know, like, AGL Tapion. They're sort of going back and forth. Videl is absolutely a slot 1 defense character, right? Like, they're going back and forth with it. It's not like every single character is slot 2, right? Because it's like, again, we have the god of the game as an easy slot 1. I'm just going to do random scrolling here. Dude, 500 replies. It's hard to do these when I get like 500 replies because so many people just reply, but it's like, I just think this is insanity. He's not even a top 15 unit. Dude, no fucking way. Every recent TUR is straight up better. That is not true, dude. That's just not true. Like, people only think of these units in their best situation. It's crazy. That's not how the game works, right? Like, Goku and Frieza do not always get, like, their massive 18-key super attack where they're God, right? Trunks and Goten are not always doing 8 million attack stats turn 1 with 300k plus defense and they're dodging and stuff like that, right? Like, a lot of these units, they have weaknesses. They're not just good everywhere. That's something that, like, I feel like people just don't, like, they watch one, like, Link Level 10 video for these units, you know, where they're drenched in support. I mean, oftentimes my initial private server showcase is exactly like that, right? Let's run 50 support type units, just see what the unit looks like, you know, sort of in their best. But it's like, that's not always how the character is going to be once you're going into difficult content. I just feel like this statement is not correct. Gohan is better than INT Broly. I would say he's better. Well, GT Goku and Vegeta. Is Gohan better than them? I would say so. Yeah. Is Gohan better than Videl? Is he better than Videl? I think Gohan's better than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Videl is the one that actually makes me go like, ah. Because the thing is, Videl does the double super like STR Broly. The double super is just where shit starts getting real silly. The only TUR I think really makes me pause, like, for a while is... Because, like, you're not going to tell me, like, that AGL Kid Gohan, he's not outright better than Dokkan Fest, like, or than EZA LR Gohan. No way. I'm really think that Trunks and Goten are overrated, man. I do. They're good, but, like, people act like they're, like, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Finally. 16 gets he's good now. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a good place to end it. Let me know what you guys think of LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. To me, the huge value of this guy is that there's just not a situation where he's outright bad. Because of the link set, because of how easy it is for him to get defense, because of the key on orb mechanic, because of the high amount of teams he's on, right? Characters like Trunks and Goten, like, I mean, I don't know, GT, Vegeta, and Goku, it's hard to say there's a situation where they're just, like, gonna look silly, right? Like, that Dokkan Fest GT Goku can get pimp smacked defensively if you're not on a full GT team, like a full GT rotation. But this Gohan, it's incredibly difficult for him to look bad compared to many other units in the game. So I just think he's so balanced. I think he's very, very good. Again, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be very curious to see what this Gohan's world tour looks like. Again, after completing his world tour, I'm thinking my thoughts are that Gohan is going to fall somewhere in that top 5 range. I feel like he could be comparable to, like, Buhan. I feel like I like him better than LR Turles. I like Broly better than Gohan. STR Vegito. I might like STR Vegito better. So again, I think Gohan is somewhere in that, like, 5 to 7 range, potentially. We will see. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time.